we are teams of Hoarders 560, and today we're here with
9415 wrench dressing.
Okay, nice to meet you guys. My name is Theodora. I'm part of the marketing department.
Hi, I'm David, and I'm part of the programming department.
On our end, Yosent Teo, Yosent Programming.
I'm Ben. I'm part of the build and design department.
I'm Bristol. I'm in part of the marketing.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
How is this season going for you guys? What have you done so far?
I'd say it's been going pretty well. Definitely robot side, we've been doing really good. We've had 2 rebuilds now, so we're on our sort of second generation of robot. We've made it to state, hopefully world soon. One of the biggest things that we focus on this year is having a cohesive theme. That's a big part of our team. We're like, wrench dressing being our team name, we're like a diner. It's like food theme. So this year we did, because it's decode, it's like archaeology theme. We did Indiana Jones. So we have like, our merch has like Egyptian symbols on it, and I wish we had it here, but we have these little minion robots that we use, and we made them like, gave them little hats and stuff. But it's a great way to make the team recognizable. And that's all been Bristol's hard work.
Yeah, so like that, we include the theme and like everything. We also include the robot in our theme. We plan to make the shooter part a beetle to go with everything else, and we'll do that for sale.
So what Ben was talking about earlier with the minions, I don't know if you can, but we have 2 3D printed minions that can move and drive, and we made them fit the theme. We gave them little hats and like little explorer features. It's a great tool for new people to get introduced to robotics so they can learn more about things like CAD, programming, design, and people love it at our tournaments. It's what makes us stand out, and I think our marketing did a great job with incorporating that to our team.
How about you?
Well, up until now it's been going great for us. Like, our season has been great. We've had like a few rebuilds, but it's okay. And also, I was just like wondering, out of curiosity, do those like minions, like, are they programmed like actual robots? Do they contain like a drive hub, an extension hub, and so on?
Yeah, they have the whole kit. They have the control hub, the battery, the expansion hub. We make their arms move, and we wanted to do something and include a camera into the eyes so it could detect things like maybe a banana, like a face, but we never got around to do that. So
hopefully that'll still be in the works. But it's a great tool, like Theo said, for teaching the younger or the newer people who may not be confident enough to work on the robot, or we may not have enough work for everyone on the robot. I'm still teaching them the skills. So people have been learning how to do like state machines, and people have been learning how to design in Onshape.
Well, you've got extra points in my books for originality. That's definitely the first I've seen that kind of idea with minions, and I like it, to be honest. I really like it. And speaking of those minions, you said they were like for training some kind of recruits, as in new people, rookies, new members who join the team. What is your recruitment process? What does it look like, and what criteria do you select new recruits on?
So for most of our outreach, we've done like library events. We just recently went to an elementary school to help get kids into robotics. And in doing this, we like do a presentation about robotics, about our team, and then we have like the minions that they can drive around.
The biggest thing is we're a very open team. We don't really have any prerequisite requirements. You can come in at any skill level, and availability is another thing. You don't have to be there for every practice. Our biggest ask is just that you want to learn, and that you put in effort to part of the team. So we have a lot of people that came in. I mean, me personally, I came in not knowing anything about design or stuff like that, but I really like that we're a big collaborative community here, so we'll help each other out with a whole lot of things.
Yeah, to be honest, it's the exact same situation. Like, here, we're also looking for recruits who are just like interested and who are committed and who like just really want to know more. Like me personally, this is my first year. I'm a rookie, and to be really honest, this August I only thought FTC stood for the Federal Trade Commission, and then I found out like so much more about robotics and what it means and programming my department and Java and pretty much like really anything. Like, I've learned so much, and I guess this is the whole point of the team and of teams themselves.
How big is your team?
Well, currently we're 17, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
17.
17.
We're about the same size. Then.
We're 15, I think. So,
Nice.
but we came to practice a little earlier, so it's just us three.
We actually we were just at a competition about 2 days ago. So we would show you the robot, but we don't have it here right now. It's with with someone else.
Yeah.
One question for you guys that we've had is, what does it look like for advancing to worlds? Because I know that over here you have what's called state, so you compete with all the teams in your state. What does it look like for like other countries?
So it's a pretty similar process for us. Like we've got a maximum of 5 league meets we can take part in, and then based on those you get some ranking points which help you like progress up. For the regionals, you play the regionals, then qualify to the nationals. And first 8 teams right now, thank you Nazi, they gave us like 3 more places, 3 more teams that go to the worlds, and now it's like the first 8 teams on like that played in our nationals go to worlds. And it's pretty cool if you ask me. Like it's a pretty fair system and I like it.
Nice.
So we were wondering, how does your team divide responsibilities? Like, do you guys also have departments like us? For example, we have 4 departments, 3 technical and 1 non-technical.
Yeah, so pretty much we have our main subgroups of our team. We have marketing, build, programming. And pretty much what we do is at the start of every practice, we will kind of get around in a circle and we do something called scrum. And pretty much what the scrum is we say what we did last time, what we're going to do today, and if we need any help. And we found this to be like a really efficient way to devise tasks for the day. We also have a board. It's not there anymore, but pretty much we would put all the tasks for each subgroup. Oh, it's up there.
Yeah.
And we just put the tasks and their importance. We have an app, we call it Kalo, and it's pretty much
It's Trello.
Trello. Yeah, do you know what Trello is?
Oh yeah, of course. Like we use ClickUp, which is almost the same thing.
Yeah,
Here's our board.
Cool,
It's very full right now. But yeah, maybe Theo, do you want to talk about Kalen? Because he made Kalen.
Yeah, hang on. Let's get to the same.
Oh, by the way, new person just showed up.
Hey,
Late to the party,
Introduce
but
yourself a bit.
I'm Zane Bacon. On this team, I'm primarily CAD and build.
you look kind of tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been rebuilding a carburetor. We're doing good though.
But so when we were talking a bit about Kalo, one of our team members is big into like web development and all those types of things. So he actually made like a clone of Kalo or of Trello, sorry, called Kalo, which we used because Trello wanted to charge us like $300 a month or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it's pretty cool to have those skills on the team.
Yeah, it gives us like a clear deadline of when things need to be done, and they get done. So it works.
And then it also helps when people don't know what to do. Just look at the board and be like, hey, that thing needs help. I'll go do that.
So we sort of have 3 ways of communicating. We have like verbal, like person to person. We have online, which you can see from anywhere. And then we have the board, which is like a solid thing that you can always just go look at without having to pull it up.
Yeah, that sounds pretty relatable. Like we're currently mostly using ClickUp to like assign tasks. We've also got a whiteboard. I'm sorry, we're not like at practice right now. It's almost 11 p.m. Like
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But we also use that board, and also like similar to your Scrum activities, we've got weekly meets.
So in here we have the what was I gonna say? We do have the control hub, and we have there's no battery in it right now, but we would have a battery and motors. It actually runs off of partially a mechanism drive, so it's pretty much an analog to our competition robot that they can learn to program with, which is a really good tool.
Yeah, when I first joined the team, I thought these were amazing, and
All the kids really find them cool because when you're looking at a robot, you're kind of like, what is this thing? What does it do? But, everyone sort of knows what the Minion does.
Yeah, and just out of curiosity, how much time did it take to print? Like all of it?
so this guy was made maybe like 4.5 years ago. That was before I was 2 days to print.
Yeah, 2 days.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so
It was printed in, I believe, 6 pieces. So yeah, 2 days. Wow.
and a lot of filming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
year we've did pieces and things to it. So overall, the time is probably between 3 and 4 days for everything that's on it.
And we got 3 minions too.
Yeah.
But another thing about them is they're a good way to reuse parts, because every time you sort of upgrade something, or you have a new need for something, all the other parts sort of go sit in storage. This way, like with the minions and stuff, we actually built them specifically out of old parts, so that they're not just going unused, which is very it's sort of a great way of upcycling.
Maybe we make a 4th minion.
Although we did build a minecart this year.
Oh yeah, the minecart. So that's what we're talking about. We made another robot, but not one to compete. This one is like a minecart, like in the caves. So pretty much, and it has suspension too, so it can go like off road and stuff. And it's another cool tool for kids to get attracted to robotics and to.
But it's built off of a strafer chassis, if you know, if you're familiar with that. So that's like literally
Okay.
direct analog to what they would be dealing with in a competition.
Just out of curiosity, like which franchise is next? Is it gonna be Terraria, Call of Duty? What are you guys planning?
Call of Duty.
That'd be crazy.
Call of Duty would be pretty fun.
I think, I don't know. I think we might stick with the minions.
We should have a meeting about this. We
should.
gotta strategize.
It's important.
We'll let you guys know. Do you guys have anything similar to like the demo bots on your team that you use to train? Team members?
Not really, not quite. Well, I mean, like the closest thing we've got to that is the recruits robot, which is like what the rookies build to prove like they know programming and design and so on. And speaking of these, like of this thing, how do you guys decide what goes into your engineering notebook? Like, or let's say for this, like for your minions, how much space would you give it? How much space would it take in your notebook?
Oh, for the portfolio?
Yeah, either the notebook, the portfolio. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's more in your department, Chris.
Yeah. Our marketing team does a really good outline every year of what they think that we should assign to each thing.
Yeah, I think the minions have around 1 page. It's nothing like crazy, but
Here we go. Oh, we were talking about theme. This is another part of our theme that we sort of like to do. Is
It's like a menu.
yeah, the presentation and the presentation and the portfolio are all themed like a diner. But I'm sorry, you were saying with the minion. Here, I'll go find them. Oh, it's in the back.
Yeah.
Where is it? Here we go.
so they just have 1 page on everything that the like specific people we've assigned to make the minion stuff. They add to that, and it incorporates everything they've done during the season.
But you were asking about how we assign stuff for how much space it needs in the portfolio. I think talking primarily about the design of the robot, I think the way that we assign that is how important it is in the game and how much time we put into it. Like you were saying with the minions, there's not too much detail about it because they're more of a tool than they are, like a key design feature. But for things like our chassis, we put a lot of development time into it, so it gets its own page. And same with the shooter. It goes through all of our generations of shooter and things like that. Yeah. I think it's a great way to highlight not just the success that you had, but also the failure. Give it more space.
Yeah, sounds great. We also use a similar approach and also like hands off 10 out of 10 for the consistency, for that diner theme, for that. You're like, I can see you really worked on it.
You should see our uniform. We have aprons, from this old restaurant style uniforms.
And last year we had those, the paper hats
yeah.
that they have. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But that's another thing is it's a bit more fun. Like the presentations can be kind of daunting because you're presenting to these people that are deciding whether you're getting awards or not. If you make it like a bit of a skit or like something fun, it makes people a bit less nervous.
So, like, speaking of failure, how do you guys handle setbacks?
So for our shooter, we have it on a little turntable, and so I think yeah, at our qualifier yesterday, 2 days ago. Our turret kept swinging itself too hard and then skipping a gear, which then we'd have to go through some tedious process of getting it back to zero. And so things like those, we usually try to look for both mechanical and programming solutions. For example, we were checking whether there was like a bearing mismatch or something like that. But I think in the end, we ended up just telling the robot to decelerate more through code. And
we used something called the moving average filter, which did help, but we used an acton for our turret, but it still skips, but a lot less. But what Ben was saying earlier with the backlash, we have 3 generations of shooters, and the second generation had 2 wheels propelling the ball upward into like a foot.
It was to try and mitigate backspin, because we realized when you launch it into like the goal, it would sometimes bounce out because it has too much backspin. Yeah.
But then pretty much the problem with that was that the way how it came out of those 2 rollers, it would kind of hit the hood rather than glide across it. And because of that, it would hit at different spots.
Yeah,
And
so
it would
it'd be
give
super
us,
inconsistent.
it'd be really inconsistent and have us give a weird margin. So what we developed this time is a single base flywheel, but with the whatever that is.
Yeah. So we put a backspin roller at the top instead. Because I think what it was our shooter that worked really well had 1 flywheel, and it used the back pressure of like the hood to guide the ball up. But when we introduced this, obviously we didn't know what was going on exactly. So I think the biggest thing there is how we deal with failure is we always go back to what we know, and then see if we can add on to that. We learned some things, even though we failed with that prototype with the 2 wheels, we learned a lot from it about how it actually does mitigate backspin and like mitigate bounce outs. And so we took back to what we knew was consistent and then added onto that.
Yeah, to be really honest, like we've also faced almost the exact same problem with that backspin, but like the solution we found was like changing the code so that it shoot with it, like the way it shoots artifacts, the way the shooter works, it would shoot into a side and then bounce into like first shoot into a side and then bounce back. Because if you were to like just shoot directly, it could bounce out, but if you shoot into a side and then it ricochets into the back or something, it like mitigates backlash.
Oh, nice. That's actually that's a really smart solution.
How do you guys align to the goal? Do you just use the able tag or?
Well, currently, like we haven't programmed the April tags. It's currently just based on odometry, but we're working on aligning with April tags also.
Oh, that's funny. We also use odometry to align. We just use the limelight to localize on the field, and then we literally just use trigonometry to find the angle.
Oh.
Yeah, because limelight takes a snapshot.
Yeah.
And then it does a bunch of math. This is Theo's like big thing that he worked on. It's super impressive.
No, this is more Mir. Mir was the brains behind this.
Yeah. So we have, how many programmers do we have this year?
Technically,
Jackson.
we have 5 programmers, but it's one is a web developer. The other one is working more with the Minions. 2 of them are working with the Minions, and then it's just me and another guy working on the main bot.
Previously we've only had like 1 programmer, and it's really nice, I think, to have 2, because you guys keep like exciting each other on like all of the other like cool ideas that you can.
Yeah, having 1 programmer was a lot of work, a lot of long hours. But now that there's 2, we can kind of split the hours, and it's no longer 20-hour work week.
And we get the upside of having cool stuff like the moving while shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you guys implement that? Like we're looking into implementing this and we don't really know how. Like how is it implemented?
So we implement it by looking at the bot velocity from our odometry pod, and then we use dot product by using our bot's velocity and with our turret to kind of preemptly aim our turret and adjust the shot speed and the shot speed angle. Something we didn't mention, but we use something called an interpolation table. So rather than us manually setting speeds and angles for our hood, we do something where we put a bunch of data points from around the field at certain distances, and it'll create like a blend of those settings and give us an equation that we can work with. So it automatically gives us the best speed and angle for that distance.
Yeah.
And we find it to be a really efficient way and beats the headache of manually adjusting the speed. So
it's a heat map in a way of like, what point you're getting closest to.
Yeah, that sounds like a great approach. I'm gonna pitch it to the other guys on programming and like tell them how it's done, like what you described me, and we'll see how we could implement something similar. Thank you for the idea.
Yeah, no problem.
So I think your rookie year is 2014. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yep.
we've been a team for 5
Uh,
years.
we were wondering, do you know how your team started out, or who had the initiative?
That's a really good question. I think it was.
Well, we don't really know the answer to that question because we're all fairly new. I've been on the team 4 years.
Yeah.
Everyone else, year, 2 year.
Yeah.
But our coach has been on the team the longest,
A decade.
about a decade.
Yeah, 10 years. Actually, yeah, 10 years this year on this team.
Shout out to David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an awesome coach.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for someone better.
Although we will talk about, so we're part of a school. So where we are right now is our high school, but this FTC team is like an independent entity from the school. But there was something before even this FTC team started called Chanhassen Robotics. So Chanhassen High School is the name of our of the name of the school. And a shop teacher actually started this robotics thing in FRC. And I think it was some students that were in FRC that decided to create an FTC team. So we actually, in this room, we have 3 teams?
We used to have 3.
Yeah, we used to have 3 teams that operate in this space, but now it's only 2. So it was a lot of students from the FRC team that decided to create these teams.
That's really interesting. Well, our rookie year is 2016, and we don't really know who started this team either, so...
Yeah. It'll remain a mystery.
Yeah.
Well, the person who did definitely had a great idea.
Oh yeah. But it's really cool to see how far the team has come. We discovered some stuff a while ago from like those initial couple of years, and looking at the stuff that was considered like groundbreaking then and the stuff that's considered like good now, it's amazing to see how far the sport has advanced.
Yeah, we made it to Worlds for the power play season. No, it was 2019.
2019.
No, so power play, the one where you put cones on the poles, we made it to Worlds. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm thinking of something else. No, but there was a season during COVID where we made it to Worlds, and we made it by using blocks for programming. And I mean, I don't know how, I was on the team back then, but I don't know how they made that work.
I guess if it works, it works.
Yeah, I guess that sort of proved that you don't have to have the fanciest and most sort of technologically advanced thing to have a really good performing robot. It's mostly down to like human input and wanting to put in the work.
Yeah.
Like
Consistency.
Theo here has stayed till like midnight doing programming sometimes.
Okay, that's more like the extreme case where things break at the last moment.
That means you have.
But it's still true that I mean, I'm sure you guys have found the same, that everyone who like puts in the effort, it just compounds and you have a really, really good season.
Yeah. So this is a question each one of you can answer. What were your impressions regarding your first year in FTC?
So this is my first year in FTC. I did FRC last year. It is a lot different. There's working with things as opposed to FRC where I wasn't around as much. This year I've done a lot more for the team.
So Bristol, you're the only student on the marketing team, right?
Yeah. So I did it during the summer when there was like more people on the marketing team. But now that they have graduated, I'm the only one on marketing. So it being my first year, it's been a little chaotic because I am learning everything this year while trying to output the same stuff they did as, I think it was like 3 people.
But it's incredibly impressive.
Yeah, no, we're super grateful to someone like Bristol helping our marketing.
So are you right now, are you on an FRC and an FTC team at the same time, or did you like move from an FRC to an FTC team?
I think everyone here is also on the big school FRC team as well.
I think a lot of people do both. I'd say it's probably like a 60% majority do both FRC and FTC.
Yeah, because it's not just our team that does FRC. Our sister team, Robomania, they also, part of their students also do FRC.
In
So
the big school
in the same
Yeah.
But
community. So
it's interesting also to see how the two transfer over. like, I'm not sure if you guys are also on an FRC team or not, but
No, we're not.
Nah.
And I think there aren't as many FRC teams in our country. Like there are a lot of FTC teams, but not so many FRC.
yeah, but like this year, if you guys have seen the game, we're also shooting like big like ball objects. So
Yeah,
we let
like-
FTC to transfer to FRC. But the original question was what was the
Like-
first year like? Yeah, do you want to talk about your first year?
I can't remember. It's funny because it's been a while. It's been 4 years, but it really doesn't feel like yesterday sometimes. But yeah, my first year, it was really fun. I was super fortunate to be part of a team that made it to Worlds, and I got to experience Worlds. So I thought that was really fun. But it was a lot of effort as to join a team. You have to participate in it, and I learned a lot. Really, I mean, I knew some programming back then, but joining FTC, it's taught me even more and helped me find the career I want to choose. So I'm happy for that.
For me, it's my third year on the team. But actually, it's my third year doing FTC, but it's my first year on this team. Previously, I was part of another team that was in the space, but they closed down. So I'm now on this team. But it's been really cool to gain all of the skills and the experience. I mean, over 3 years, I've learned so much about designing and like how to actually build and like organize this entire effort. And I think that's going to transfer over really well to being someone who's like a leader and in charge and things like that, and who can take self-agency when continuing into college and like the workforce. What about you, Zane?
I'm in a similar situation to Ben, where I was on the team that disbanded for, I guess, no, this is still my third year FTC. I had a bit of a weird situation because I was in FRC for my 9th grade year, and then I joined both of them, and I've been with them ever since. But this is my first year on wrench dressing. And so I came in technically being a rookie to the team, but also having like 3 years of robotics experience. So for me, it was more so, it was like I had the skills, but how can I fit myself into the team and help the team as much as possible? And I think the whiteboards, the scrums, all of that stuff has made it really easy to integrate myself. And so I've been really thankful for that.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that sounds great, and I also think it like literally is very useful for you for being in both FTC and FRC, because like look at the rebuild this year, and look at Decode. You've got like this, like the same balls you're shooting. Name it fuel, name it artifacts, is the same thing. You've got the climbing from last year, like you've got the exact same like parking system where you just like climb and hang on like last year, and yeah, experience is kind of useful. Like for me personally, I'd like to say, back in my day when I first started, but I'm a rookie, like I can't. And to be really honest, it's a like wonderful experience, and I've learned so many things. Like back when I was in like my first few days, few weeks maybe, like if you gave me this random screw versus this one, I couldn't tell them apart. I couldn't tell you which one was a flathead, which one was a like starhead, and so on. And I had no idea about all these different things, and I think I learned so much in these few months. And yeah, it's been a great journey so far, and I anytime do it again.
How do you guys like manage your time if you're both in FRC and FTC? Like that seems like a lot of work.
Well, it kind of depends on what's more pressing. Like, because we have a really big team for FTC and FRC, we can kind of split up the work and like divide and conquer. So if there's 3 things that need to be done on FTC, but there's 8 people that can do something, 5 of them can go work on FRC, while the other 3 work on FTC. And that's kind of how we do it. And obviously there's exceptions, like if state is the next week, or if we have a FRC qual coming up, then that tends to get shifted around a little bit. But for the most part, it's kind of just divide and conquer.
I also think it's definitely a lot of work, especially if you are more experienced, so you're doing more on each team.
You have to help teach others.
Yeah, but I think another thing is, like Zane said, having such a large team, you get very tempted to just do stuff on your own, if you get what I mean. Just be like, it would be quicker if I could do it than having to teach someone else. But I think the leads this year for both teams have the goal of, if we can do as little work as possible ourselves, that's actually an achievement, because that means that we've got our newer people doing as much and getting as much experience as they can. So even though it does make you sound a little bit lazy, I think that spread that being a delegator and having those strong people that are able to tell people, you should work on this. I think you'd be better at that type of thing is another really good way to manage our time and resources.
Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit of delegation, but it's also a lot of like teaching, because it's not just, hey, go do that thing, because that the person may not know how to do that thing. So you're like, hey, let's go do that thing together, and then you have them do it as you're like coaching them through it, and
It's like
that
the
usually
disassembly of the FRC.
yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that sounds great, and I like your approach. I like this one quote from Bill Gates comes to my mind, like pops up. Like he once said that he only hires lazy people because they find the fastest and quickest, like the fastest and simplest way to do something.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I like your approach. You should definitely
Yeah,
implement
I
that.
think that teaching the younger ones is really important, and passing down knowledge, I think it's essential.
I also think another big thing is it comes with a lot of sacrifices for, if we say, for example, if we make it to state in FTC, then sort of we have a decision to make of, do we want to focus primarily on FTC, or do we want to still like do FRC and maybe have less of a risk of, or if we make it to Worlds rather with FTC, have less of a risk of, or have more of a risk of going, things going wrong in Worlds? Or do we want to say, for example, if we're doing really well in FRC, then FTC has to take a backseat? But it's a collective decision. So that's another big thing, is you can't really do everything.
Like, yeah, I mean, I was thinking like I've already like my first all-nighter I like ever did was for the team, then my second, my third, and like so on and so forth. And I was wondering like, could you guys pull two all-nighters in one night or something? And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work, but
I mean, not
seems you
quite
can do it really well.
that you had to go through, but I mean, hey, it shows your passion, right? And yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you guys, what is your favorite memory from your entire activity?
Oh, I know mine.
You can take your time for this one.
For FTC, I definitely know mine. Here, I'll give you guys a little chance to I think the most memorable, maybe not the most fun, but definitely sort of the most memorable to look back at was actually last year when I was on the previous team that I was on. We had issues with our robot overheating. And obviously, sort of our time of year that we're competing, it's winter. So we actually went and put our robot outside in the snow to cool it down.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we did that.
And we had like, we made a fan out of like a drill and an axle with like some duct tape to cool down our batteries. So that was kind of, it was like using all your knowledge in engineering, but like on the fly, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
That was a
I feel like
beautiful
MacGyver.
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also did something like that. Power play. The motors would get too hot, so we had to sit on deadlift outside.
Yeah. Our robots like being in nature.
I think
Yep.
I think my part is definitely the competitions, just because it's like they're chaotic, and stuff usually breaks, but like it's the team coming together to like create a final product, and like even when stuff goes wrong, it's like, hey, can you help me out real quick? I need this, or hey, can you go scout? We need to figure out these two teams, and like it's everyone's like doing stuff, and it's like a very concentrated environment where everyone's focused, and sometimes you get an award or you win.
I mean, one of my favorite parts about robotics is the overall chemistry of our team. With respect, everyone has fun while we're here. We're always making jokes and making fun of each other sometimes.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Like Zane, he was. I love to have him help me, like when we were doing autonomous. That was fun. So,
Mine would also have to be competitions. Just seeing everything I've worked towards be shown off. Everyone gets to see it.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely have a lot of teams that come by and go, wow, we love your guys' theme, and like the art is great and things like that. And we have like a spinning wheel to win candy and buttons and stuff. It's super fun to see. Also, I think another thing talking about that is our team is less of like a team and more just like a giant friend group. I think a key example of that is we have, so the same guy who made the Kalo, like the web development, also made like a quote book that he adds quotes to, which is kind of funny. So let's
keep the quotes a lot.
it is sort of
It's not making the boat.
it's a fun time. Just be here because we practice sometimes 4 or 5 days a week for like a couple hours at a time. So you do really get to know the team in it. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to be honest, that sounds interesting, and yeah, we've got like, if I think about it, we really do have a lot of quotes. We should like get that book thing, like that book to write them in.
You also have the quote.
It shall never be opened, but
Yeah, it can't be open. But it's fun. We have like a Discord server where we also have some alumni from previous years, and we just play time to time Minecraft, or we go on like a ski trip.
But-
So it's always fun.
it's also good we like to keep in touch with our alumni a lot because they can give us very useful insight for like, maybe if we weren't on the team for like a year that a game was being played, but it's a very similar mechanism. We're like, how did you guys do this? Or, a lot of them are in college. So like, how would you do this knowing what you do now?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
it's a same approach for us. Like we also keep in touch with our alumni. Like for example, this season we asked us about Ultimate Goal, if I remember correctly, because they had those like shooting discs or something. I'm not sure exactly, but it was anyways a similar shooting related mechanism. And yeah, we asked them and we keep in touch because it's useful. And like and about that friendship thing, like we spend like quite a lot of time together, and of course we've become friends. Of course we spend like a lot of time together. And
Well, I guess that's kind of all the questions we got. If you guys got any more questions for us,
Trying to think. I do have a question. I think if each of you guys, if you could assign yourself one thing that you want to achieve this season, what do you think it would be?
well, like I'd say it's to like master Java because I've mostly been working on web design. I haven't quite focused that much on like robot programming. And if I could get to do this, I would really love to like help my team out even more on like autos and teleop and so on. Like Theo over there knows the situation, and I mean Arteo knows the situation and knows like there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I'd really love it if I could help them more. And yeah, that's what I want to achieve.
well, I think for me, I want to learn to work more on this outreach part because, my main role in the team is design, and I want to, learn to talk with other teams and with sponsors and this kind of stuff.
That's cool.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys very much for having us.
All right.
Yeah, no,
thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
thank you guys too. Would you guys like to take a picture?
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay, I'll take one on my phone. Okay, smile.
What?
What?
Apparently, guys, we just
Did you
Thumbs
guys
up,
put the
fireworks.
backgrounds with the fireworks?
No, that was
Well,
that's
you're
when
on
you-
macOS, right? Like maybe
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
same for me.
that is sick.
programmer discovers computers.
I did not know you could do that.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Thanks
you
a lot
guys
again.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.